it is time to figure out who the real villain of The Office was. Was it really Jan? Or maybe Angela? Or was it Jim all along? Watch as we break down the most secretly toxic moments from each character and figure out who the real villain of The Office might be. Michael Scott, the regional manager of Dunder Mifflin Scranton, is known for his many horrible decisions as a boss. But what is the real reason that Michael acts so poorly as a manager? As we see throughout the series, Michael tries his best to win an award for being a top-notch salesman while also being a good boss. He often fails at both of these things. But if we look deeper into Michael's actions, we can see that he's not the worst person at Dunder Mifflin. In fact, he does genuinely care about his employees. Sure, he has his favorites, and he can be incredibly insensitive. But when push comes to shove, Michael would never intentionally try to hurt anyone at his office. He just wants to be liked. And isn't that a good quality? Okay, maybe not when you're trying to run a business, but still, Michael may not be the villain, but he is definitely one of the most problematic characters on the show. What about the woman who came between him and Jim? Jan Levinson, Michael's on-again, off-again lover. She is hands down one of the most manipulative people in the series. From the moment she lays eyes on Jim, she tries to make him jealous by flaunting her relationship with Michael. She even calls him up at night while she's with Michael just to rub it in his face. And then there's the time she makes Michael get a cat just to make him think of her because she knows he likes cats. Ugh, even though Michael is the one who starts their toxic relationship, John doesn't seem to have any remorse. She cheats on him, lies to him, and uses him for her own benefit over and over again. It's no wonder why Michael snaps and spills her secret in front of the entire office. But what about the woman who tried to take over Dunder Mifflin, corporate Angela Martin, head of the accounting department, and Dwight's on-again, off-again lover? She believes that Michael is doing a terrible job as regional manager and takes it upon herself to write him up for every little thing he does wrong. She's also extremely judgmental and gossipy, often talking about her coworkers behind their backs. Plus, she's a terrible liar, and it's very obvious that she's dating Dwight, even though they both deny it for most of the series. Angela may be problematic, but at least she's honest about her love for Dwight, unlike Toby, the human resources representative who has a huge crush on Pam. When Pam breaks up with Roy, Toby is the first person she goes to, and he comforts her. But it becomes clear that he has feelings for her, which makes him act inappropriately towards her. On top of this, Toby is responsible for giving Michael the nickname Threat Level Midnight after Michael threatens to kill a Yankee fan, proving that Toby is just as childish as Michael. And then there's Jim Halpert, the beloved prankster of The Office who works in the sales department. He seems like the nicest guy in the office, always cracking jokes and making people laugh. But is Jim really as harmless as he seems? Sure, most of his pranks are relatively harmless, but some of them do cross a line. When he finds out that Dwight has a crush on Angela, Jim starts playing matchmaker, setting them up on dates without either of them knowing. This is a huge betrayal of Dwight's trust, since he'd never do anything to jeopardize his friendship with Jim. Not only that, but Jim also sets up a fake account on Dwight's dating profile, pretending to be a woman named Denise in order to get a rise out of him. While it is funny to see Dwight get angry over his fake profile, it's also cruel because he's truly looking for love, and Jim is actively trying to sabotage his search. On top of this, Jim once puts a picture of Dwight on a community college flyer advertising a sexual assault awareness program. While this was meant to be a harmless prank, it could have actually helped to perpetuate a harmful stereotype that men can't be victims of sexual assault. So, who is the real villain of The Office? While all of these characters have their flaws, John is the only one who is truly malicious, manipulating Michael for her own benefit and taking pleasure in his pain. The others may be problematic or even cruel at times, but they're ultimately harmless. So the real villain of The Office is Jan Levinson. Do you agree? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun Office content.